And we are back with more Mega Man 4, where we are gonna take out Ballad. And this is why you needed the Wily tokens, otherwise you would have just gotten booted back to the stage select screen. So that's just something to know. The good news is I didn't really have to go and get all those weapon power-ups, because they actually throw a bunch of weapons here, or weapon power-ups here. Let's see, with those things, all you have to do is just not get sucked in by those. Those things will try and suck you into pits, or screw up your jump or something like that. But yeah, that's just a simple way to address it. But yeah, this first part's pretty short. I mean, really all you're doing is just trying to make jumps. But now we have our final showdown with Ballad. And of course, Ballad decides to power up. Let's see, he's a lot faster this time around. He's also a lot tougher, obviously. And see, what I'm trying to do here is just use the Pharaoh shot. And then I'm trying to blow up that one shot that he leaves. And then when he charges, I'm going to use the charge kick to make sure he doesn't hit me. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of weapon switching here because it's warranted. Alright, charge. Thank you. And then occasionally he will try and shoot a Ballad cracker at you. And it's a very enjoyable weapon to have. Okay, time for you to die. Yeah, unfortunately that didn't go the best, but he is pretty tough to handle. And we get arguably the best weapon in the game here. I really do love using the Ballad cracker, and in Mega Man 10 I also really love using the Ballad cracker. It can fire in any direction. You can also blow up a bunch of stuff with it. It's not nearly as overpowered in 10 as it is here, but then again, at least it makes more sense here. But now we're not done yet, because we gotta escape from the castle. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use either the Ballad cracker or the ring boomerang to blow up these bombs. And then not run into them like a fool. Yeah, unfortunately I had a bunch of practice runs there and I kept screwing up this part. Don't really know why. Let's see, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to be creative with our weapons. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Yes, the Power Stone actually does have a use. Just blow that one up. And yeah, see, the thing is that you do have to carefully select which ones you're gonna blow up. Otherwise, you will end up getting yourself killed. So let's see, let's just go ahead and blow up that one, then that one. Now I just gotta make jumps. And see, the problem is, whenever you end up getting yourself killed, you do have to do this whole part over again. So that's never any fun. Let's see, I'm gonna blow this up and then jump. Alright, we're out of there. Good. And yeah, since this part's gonna be new, I am gonna have to be a little bit more informative about what's going on. And see, I am gonna talk about some other stuff too, but at the same time, there is gonna be most of the commentary is gonna be on what's going on in the stage, and also because this is a really huge stage, so it's not really the easiest, but it is beatable. That is one hell of a cloaking device Dr. Wily was using. But we've got one more challenge ahead of us. So now we get our password, and unfortunately this password doesn't really do much, considering you just start off at a Ballad again. But now we get an opportunity to buy some stuff at Dr. Light Panicking. And the same thing did happen in Mega Man 5, where you get the same opportunity to get your, or to recharge and restock up on items. And I did take the liberty of farming for P-chips, and I badly missed the pun with farming on chicken eggs. So that's just something that happened to get addressed. So now that I'm at full power, let's get going. And now Rush is ready for space travel. Which then begs a question as to why there wasn't a Rush ship invented, but then again, since it was, it didn't really take place in space, so I don't know, I guess that was kind of warranted. Who knows. Do like that animation though. So here we are in Dr. Wily's spaceship, and the way the Game Boy games do it is that instead of having a bunch of other stages, you have one gigantic stage, which makes more sense for the Game Boy because the Game Boy couldn't hold that many stages. But yeah, this place is a massive marathon, so it is important to come in here with as many lives as you can. And I don't really remember if you get a game over if you have to do the whole thing over again, but I really don't feel like finding out. Okay, let's just try this again. Okay, what I want to do is I want to respawn that enemy. And then do this. Yes, me choosing the game. I do enjoy doing that on a regular basis. Let's see, getting back to the rest of my plans for the portable summer. There is a specific reason I am doing Circle of the Moon last, and that specific reason is that I have no idea how long it's gonna take. And unfortunately, I didn't want to do Circle of the Moon second and then miss out on most of the other games because it took too long. So that one is going to be going last, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue is going to be the one that's next. And then, let's see, Super Dodgeball is more or less going to be a let's look at. And also with this thing, you have to hit it when, or you have to shoot it when the circle is showing, or something like that. Let's see, yeah, you can get some good shots in if you use the Ballad Cracker. And this is one reason why the Ballad Cracker is such a great weapon. And see, that thing will use a variety of weapons. I've had it use Ring Boomerang on me before, I've had it use Ballad Cracker on me before. And it does do a lot of different things. But now that we're done with that, now we're getting inside the ship. Let's see, there's some tricky jumps here. And fortunately, this thing isn't too tough to handle. And I am thinking about conserving my Bright here because I just don't want to use too much of it too early. It would have been nice, except I already have full E-tanks. Let's see, the good news is there are also plenty of power-ups you can find here. Oh, crap. Yeah, I was not expecting that crystal to do a ton of damage. Okay, now I'm kind of in a bind here. Yeah, that's definitely going to make things a lot tougher. And that's kind of the problem with the Game Boy games, is that sometimes when you get hit, you just take way too much damage, and you don't really have enough health to be taking those kind of hits. Okay, I'm not getting killed here. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up getting killed at some point, but not here. Okay, let's see, where do I go next? Okay, perfect, I can farm here. Or not. You know what, I think I'm just gonna use the bird here. Just hope he can handle this. I do like that the bird's timing is on. Oh, and also the thing with these blocks is that you can use the charge kick to get through them. And our friend Proto Man's here. Alright, good, that works. So now that I got full health, let's just go ahead and get this going. And see, the good news about this place is that even though it is a very long place, and even though it is pretty tough, they do give you more than enough resources to work with. And see, I am really looking forward to getting the Radical Rescue. That's actually one I wanted to do for a while. And this portable summer, or this whole portable summer idea gave me a great opportunity to do so. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that time to take on that game. Unfortunately, since it is very tough, I am going to have to get a lot of practice in. Let's see, I don't really think I can make this jump normally. Let's see, is anything going to come out of here? Kinda worried about that. Okay, yeah, there it was. Yeah, it has been a while since I practiced, or since I played this game, so I was really out of practice. And you guys can tell by how many times I died playing this part. Or not playing this particular part, but playing this game in general. But now we got another mini-boss. And basically the thing with these eyeballs is that you just have to shoot the one that... Or every time you shoot one, 3 more come out. So it's really easy to get confused here. See, I'm just trying to figure out what works best here. And of course you do have to hit the true one, otherwise the other ones just disappear. That's not it. Yeah, just trying to find a weakness here. And that's not it either. I think it might be the napalm, but I think I want to save that one for the second one. But since this is a Mega Man game, you have to have more than one mini-boss. Or just a Pharaoh shot works fine too, whatever. Let's see, we gotta deal with more rockets here. And fortunately, the good news is you can anticipate these rockets pretty quickly and pretty easily. Yeah, just like before. Just when you know there's a pit coming up, there's normally gonna be a rocket coming out of it. Which again is a pretty big FU move on the developer's part, but at the same time, at least they give you plenty of warning. I mean, this is just like most of the other Mega Man games where they introduce this stuff early on, and then at the end of the game they expect you to have all this stuff down. Okay, that didn't go the best, but whatever. Let's see, just taking out some more guys here. The good news about, yeah, see, we got some more tricky stuff to work with here. And just gotta make jumps. Yeah, that's really one thing that really did, beat my ass earlier when I was playing this game when I was littler, was, just all these tricky jumps. And of course, combine that with the screen crunch of the Game Boy that, kinda made things a little bit difficult. Alright, so we're gonna kick this. And then get some Ballad Cracker back. And while we're here, let's just get these things too. Let's just get Rush Coil up. And I'm trying not to use too much Rush Jet here just because I don't really know like how much I'm gonna need. Let's see, can I stone this thing? Okay, maybe this could work. Depending on how many more hits I need. Alright, round 2 with the eyeballs. And see, the thing with the eyeballs is that this time it's gonna split into 2, but whenever it ends up crossing over, or they end up running into each other, the floor gets all screwed up. But fortunately, you can hit either one and then they end up doing the same damage. Let's just let the bird handle this. And yeah, that's really the easy way to deal with this. Let's see, some of these things are going to have rockets coming out, some of them aren't. So let's see, one thing I didn't realize when I was doing this commentary compared to other ones was that sometimes I do end up using what's going on the screen as kind of a crutch whenever I don't have anything to say. And I think that was something that was kind of evident during the some of the Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle commentaries that I did. And since most of those were post-commentary, That's another secret here. Oh, you gotta make me go across spikes. Thanks, Proto Man. Okay, well that did not really go all that well. Let's see, what do I want to use on that thing? I think I want Pharaoh. Okay, that worked out. See if we can't do this again. Yeah, let's just get Pharaoh back here. But now, Mega Man tradition, we gotta do a boss rush. So I'll just see you when I'm done. Alright, so now that that's done, we fortunately get a lot of weapon power-ups to work with. So there's a lot of stuff I gotta refill. Let's see, the ones I'm gonna need are the Stone, the Pharaoh, and the Ballad Cracker. And then outside of that, we can just really do whatever we want. Let's see, I think I just want to get beat back. And yeah, outside of that, there's just gonna be one little fall. Yeah, one last encounter too. So yeah, time for the final confrontation with Dr. Wily. I do like this animation. And I should take the time to, mention the well, I think I can do that during the ending. Never mind. Yeah, so now, we gotta take on 3 forms of Dr. Wily. I also do like how Dr. Wily built a mustache on that thing. Oh, I don't really get the idea of the pointy nose and the screw ears. But let's see, for this first form, this thing's gonna shoot a fireball at me, and then it's gonna send a fist after me. That fist can either try and punch you or pound the ground, and when it pounds the ground, it releases some other shrapnel. And I'm using the Power Stone here because it's a good weapon to use against it. And see, if any of the stones hit that fireball, then the stone's gonna get neutralized, so that's just not gonna do that. Yeah, I think the worst thing you can do in this fight is get punched. Actually, wait, I think that ground pound is worse. Never mind. But now that's form 1 down. And of course it has to take one last attack on me. So now I got form 2 and this is going to be the head of this thing. So we gotta get the Ballad Cracker up. And what we gotta do here is, while it's vacuuming me in like that, I gotta shoot it in the mouth. Let's see, this part's pretty simple. All you have to do is just slide back and forth. Let's see, this third attack, I'm using the Mega Buster here because he's gonna charge at me. And I gotta use the shots to slow him down. Just like so. Yeah, this second form really isn't too tough. The biggest challenge you gotta worry about is just getting through all this stuff without getting hurt too much. Because if you do die, you have to do I think, these first two forms over again. But then if you die on the third form, at least you get to fight that form. Or at least you start back at the third form instead of having to do all three over again. And nobody really likes bosses like that. Alright, form 2 down. Although I don't really appreciate how they play the stage clear music every time you kill a form. But I suppose that does count as a checkpoint. But now that Dr. Wily's ship escaped, now we gotta take him on for the last time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the Pharaoh shot up. This part does get kinda tricky because Dr. Wily does appear at random. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna blast off chunks of the floor. And that does count as a pit, so yeah. And then, yeah, see, this is the tricky part too, because I had to hit him with a Pharaoh shot while avoiding these things. And if he does use that too much, then I can't hit him, which is gonna give me all kinds of problems. Alright, good, let's just... The good news is you don't really have to hit him all that much. And then you can just kill him that way. And unfortunately, you can't kill him like in Mega Man 4 for NES, where you use the Rain Flush. And with that, Dr. Wily is beaten, and we have beaten Mega Man 4 for Game Boy. Although I kinda do appreciate this cop-out of how he escapes. He like gets shifty and then ends up using some kind of grappling hook on his backpack. If they ever had a ride like that, I would like to use it. Kinda like a zip line or something like that. But now it's time to escape the spaceship. And this is just a short little cutscene. I mean, not really a whole lot goes on here. And yeah, I do like the sound effects they use here. Also the screen shaking, I do like that little effect too. And I see Mega Man learned his lesson after the second one. But now what do we do here? Because now this thing can't be broken. And here I was thinking we killed Ballad. But then it turns out Ballad's actually a good guy. Or Ballad's actually a very honorable guy. So he decides to help Mega Man escape. Which, you know, I guess in this sense of honor that he wants Mega Man to live, so he can at least say he went out fighting a great robot. So now we get to watch Wily's ship explode, and I do like how Mega Man's watching from far away with Rush. And unfortunately, there are no skull-shaped explosions this time. It just happens. But yeah, now the credits are gonna roll. That's gonna show all the robot masters. And see, I should give my final thoughts on the game. I really do like this game's creativity. I do like this game's level design. I do like a lot of the ways they did different things with the weapons, and they made the weapons a lot better than in 4 and 5. And I also do like how they utilize the levels so that they can, or that you do have to use the weapons at certain points. I also do like the high amount of secrets that they have here. And even though it is the same robot masters from 4 and 5, they did a really good job with everything around it. I mean, not just the levels, but just the way you end up getting through everything. So yeah, let's see. One thing I did also want to mention was other series I am enjoying during the portable summer. I do have to catch up on Oracle of Ages, or... yeah, it's actually Oracle of Ages. I do have to catch up on that. I mean, it does look very interesting. I didn't really get that far in Seasons or Ages. But that's one thing I do want to... or I do enjoy watching. And... let's see, Hat-wearing Gamer's also playing Yoshi's Island, which is technically Super Mario Advance 3. So that's one other series I am enjoying. And then Havicor's Mega Man Battle Network, that's one game I did really enjoy, but honestly I really don't want to do a Let's Play of that game anytime soon. But I think that just has more to do with just the fact that there's a lot more with a story going on compared to, you know, the actual gameplay. I mean, I do like the Battle Network series. Is that I think the Happy Video Game Nerd put it best when he said, "Can you tell the difference between the backgrounds between Battle Network 2, and Battle Network 6? I mean, overall, they're not really bad games. They just kind of blend together if you're a casual fan. Even though I still do like the first one. I have beaten the first one and the second one, but that's really about it. But yeah, let's see, up next is going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue. I've already mentioned that. And that is one I am really looking forward to. Unfortunately, since it is really tough, I have to get a lot of practice in. And really, it's just going to be the bosses that are going to give me the most fits. And for anyone who's played that game before, you know why. But see, yeah, that is one I'm definitely looking forward to. I mean, I have done a lot of games based off of kids' cartoons, but Ninja Turtles was never one of them. At least until now. And speaking of which, I think after the summer's over, I think I'm gonna finish off the Flintstones with Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. I mean, that is one of the rarest games out there, so of course it's gonna be emulated. But at the same time, it's kind of warranted, considering that sometimes the costs get driven up because of certain people hoarding it. And then those kind of things happen. But see, I am also looking forward to Mega Man Extreme 2. I've actually never beaten that game legitimately, so I am going to give it a shot this summer. And see, just showing off why I kept shooting that Ballad cracker. I do like this ending, though. Also, fun trivia, that sprite of Mega Man looking on is actually used in all the Game Boy games except for 5. It's used in 1 and 2 when they go through the final enemy roll call. And it's also used here, and then also used in 3. They actually don't use it in 5, which I find kinda odd. But yeah, that is it for Mega Man 4, for Game Boy at least. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon at the next one.